Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be reviewing the new Victoria's Secret Elemental Escape collection. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. It looks like spring has sprung at Victoria's Secret, and they've launched their first spring 2023 body care collection. The collection is called Elemental Escape, and it includes 4 new scents, which come in a fragrance mist and matching body lotion. Each of the scents seems to align with one of the 4 elements, including earth, water, fire, and air. The packaging for the collection is typical for their spring lines, with pastel bottles and minimal accents. It's not bad, but it's not anything special either. I picked up all 4 of the fragrance mists so that I could try all of the scents, which include Cool Blooms, a woody melon scent with wildflowers. Next is Jasmine Rainfall, with notes of pear and coconut water. Then there's Warm Horizon, a solar scent with amber and tangerine. And finally, there's Lush Air, with notes of citrus and salted musk. And now let's get on to the review. First up is Cool Blooms, which comes in the pink bottle accented with flowers. And this has notes of iced melon, mountain blooms, and vanilla birchwood, and the description is across the earth. And this opens with a strong floral note that smells a lot like wildflowers. And I get where they're going with the iced melon, because the melon note doesn't smell like a fresh, juicy melon. It kind of has a cool, minty edge to it, which I'm honestly not a big fan of. Some sweetness does come in as it dries, and I get a hint of a vanilla quality to it, but it's not very sweet. And it does feel like there's a soft woodiness to the scent at this point. When it's dried down, I feel like there's still a sharpness, only now it seems to be coming from the mountain blooms, and it's a bit too floral for my liking. So overall, this comes across as a wildflower scent with a hint of vanilla and woods. And I think it's just okay. I don't really care for the iciness of the melon and would have preferred a fresher fruit scent, but that seems to fade anyway. And I think the vanilla birchwood is nice, but I feel like the mountain blooms is the strongest note. And it's just not my favorite kind of floral, so I don't really see myself reaching for this scent much. Next up is Jasmine Rainfall, and this comes in the blue bottle with the floral accent. And this has notes of ivory jasmine, dewy pear, and coconut water. And the description says, through the water. And this opens with soft jasmine and some pear. I don't always love pear scents, but here it feels fresh and not overwhelming, and it has a little bit of sweetness to it. The coconut water brings in some additional sweetness, as well as a soft, watery coconut. It's not a rich, creamy, or super sweet coconut. And as it dries, the jasmine remains prominent, and the pear and coconut water feel kind of like they're just there to highlight the floral. So while I like that the pear isn't dominating the scent, it doesn't really feel like a fruity scent overall, and there isn't really enough sweetness for me. I think the scent is okay, and I do like it more than Cool Blooms, but I don't really think that it's anything special, and again, I don't really see myself reaching for this one. Then there's Warm Horizon, which comes in the yellow bottle with the sun accent. And this has notes of solar tangerine, plumeria petals, and amber woods. And the description is under the sun. This opens with the plumeria, and it feels like a soft tropical floral. The tangerine is present, but it's not super strong. And it just lends a soft fruitiness to the scent. And the solar description is what really stands out, as it gives the scent a very sunny and warm quality. And again, this is not what I would call a sweet scent, though there is a subtly sweet warmth behind the tangerine and plumeria, and I think that the amber woods is adding even more warmth in addition to the woodiness. I think that the name Warm Horizon is very fitting, as the main word that I think of for this scent is warm, but there isn't really anything beyond that, as I think that the fruit isn't strong enough to really add much here. I do usually like solar scents, but this one doesn't stand out like scents like Bombshell Sun Drenched, which also had a solar quality to it. It's just not beachy or fruity enough. And I don't know, there's just something that I find off-putting about this scent. It's not that it smells salty exactly, but the warmth doesn't smell clean and fresh, so I just don't really like this one at all. And the last scent is Lush Air, which comes in the green bottle accented with leaves. And this has notes of lotus flower, salted musk, and citrus tonic. And the description is Among the Breeze. And this opens with a soft, sweet floral. There's a hint of greenness as well, but mostly it's just light and sweet. It also smells fruity and bright from the citrus. And it's sort of a generic citrus, but I feel like there's possibly some lemon in it. And it has some sharpness, but it's not overly tart. And I feel like the salted musk note comes out as it dries because it has a very breezy salt air type of feeling, though it's not really salty. And so I end up with a mix of the sweet floral, citrus, and ocean breeze. And I think overall it's quite pleasant. This one actually surprised me, as I expected to like it the least based on the notes, but I actually really enjoy it. Overall, I think that this is a pretty run-of-the-mill spring collection from VS, and it's probably not going to be one of my favorites. There's just nothing groundbreaking here, and I don't really feel the need to run out and grab matching lotions or backups for any of these scents. I do expect another spring collection to drop soon. Last year, we got the Desert Wonders collection first, which was just okay, similar to this Elemental Escape one. And then we got Spring Days, which was a really nice collection. So I'm hoping that there are some sweeter and fun fruity scents on the way. If I had to rank these, in last place would be Warm Horizon, which is a warm tropical scent, because I wish that the tangerine stood out more, and there's just something in it that I really don't care for. Next would be Cool Blooms, as I just think that it's too floral, and I don't care for the icy melon note or the sharpness of the wildflowers. The floral does soften, and the scent gets a bit sweeter over time, but it's still not my favorite. Coming in second would be Jasmine Rainfall, with its soft pear and watery coconut. It's a nice scent, but I just wish that there was more coconut and more sweetness to it overall. And that leaves Lush Air as my favorite, which, as I mentioned, really surprised me, because based on the notes, I would not have expected to enjoy this one. But it's a nice fruity tropical floral scent, and I like how the citrus brightens it up. I can definitely see myself grabbing the matching lotion for this one eventually. So that's it for my first Victoria's Secret spring review for the Elemental Escape collection. Let me know what you think of these scents and if you're going to pick any of these up. Thank you for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.